Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend here. Just want to give you guys a bit of an update on what GameStop is doing, and I wanted to do some extra analysis for you because we had a very strong close on Friday. Things were looking good. We have earnings next week on Tuesday after the close, so that's going to be very interesting. And at the same time here, right now. We had a potential dip buy opportunity that didn't happen, and again, it happens, right? Not all my short-term predictions are going to come to fruition. This was not one of them, and I'm actually really happy it didn't happen because I'm just holding my position here from the lows, and it's just continuing to pump. So overall, I think we're inside. It's very clear that we're inside of this wave one. What's going to make the case for GameStop is where we're going to be at on earnings, right, on Tuesday, and it does look like the markets want to pump higher, right? And at the moment, we have a 1-2 setup. So if we pump into earnings, it's very possible we could get another disappointment, another gap down. We rally into 25.50, and then it's a disappointment again, or we drop 10%, and then people are like, oh my god, the revenue this, revenue that, and they dive into the earnings. But it's probably going to set up for a massive opportunity, a massive dip buy opportunity in a wave two. And that, in my opinion, would probably be your last chance to load up on this 1-2 setup, unless it continues to make 1-2s. But you actually have you'll set up for a nice inverse head and shoulders, right? And that would be just some very basic TA, a very nice setup for a breakout, right? And you have this neckline here that you would be tagging. If it can obviously hit this level, then come back and do that. But again, we haven't even formed a right shoulder yet. And I could also be wrong again, where GameStop pumps on earnings, gaps up and runs, and just boom, right? We don't know what's going to happen on earnings. And people can say whatever they want. But I'm just giving you kind of an idea here. I already talked about last time, rallying into earnings. I'll be cautious of another disappointment, and then it's a dip buy opportunity because I see a lot of people are very hopeful, all right, very very excited for earnings, and we are pumping into it. And I'm not doubting that they could actually surprise everyone and we gap up. All right, so let's see how it goes. They're looking for what? $1.48 billion in revenue, earnings of 0.08 cents per share. Here was 0.04 and 27 million loss. Not loss, sorry, less revenue. So, and it managed to gap up. It came back down, but the trend was up, right? Right now the trend is down. We're trying to end this trend. We broke the daily cycle. Very good news, right? Look at this breakout on the daily cycle. This is a clear-cut breakout on the daily cycle. The retest will definitely be interesting, right? If it does retest, I cannot guarantee you that it doesn't. It just runs from. I can't tell you. I can't guarantee you that it's gonna dip back down, and you're gonna get a great buy opportunity because I don't know that, right? And I can't guarantee you that. But I just put out my trades on GameStop, and I did post that I was buying ahead of my buy area because I wasn't even sure that if we're gonna tag it. And again, like my buy area here, there's no guarantee that we're gonna hit it, and it ended up just rallying from around the area that I bought. But we'll take a look at the larger time frames here on the GameStop because it is shaping up very nicely, and we could actually get a green dot next week, which would be amazing. Because we're entering this wave 3, this larger wave 3, which should take us above this wave 1 high and even more, right? And then this is where people are going to get very euphoric. They're going to start FOMOing in again in GameStop. So right now we're at $24.75. Weekly is starting to curl in on this time frame, and then you have actually some very nice red money flow curling in as well. The VWAP is coming up. The RSI is crossing. 4-day time frame. You just printed a very nice green dot here on the 4-day time frame. You have very little red money flow. This is what I like to see. Like this shows how bullish the stock really is, right? You could see that even with this entire drop, the shorts were pushing it down, the sellers, they're trying to push it, and this is all they were able to squeeze out. Right? This is all they were able to squeeze out in terms of selling pressure and volume. 3-day and the 2-day, right, are looking good as well. Very promising. Green money flow, green dots, right? Bullish dual band strength index numbers. This is all everything that you want to see for a low and a potential rally to continue. You want to see these signs. And look at these dual band strength index numbers excuse me, on the daily time frame. 23 and a -1, 24 to -5. These are strong. This is indicating much more upside is coming, right? And it shows that the moves are going to increase. And then the same thing goes when you have bearish dual band strength index numbers. You had a 20 and a -5, and the move continued down until the numbers started to reduce, like a 7 and a 2, where it gets more even, right? You get those even numbers, kind of like what we're getting on the weekly right now, a 2 and a 6. It's actually leaning more bullish than bearish there. 4-day time frame. Excuse me, sorry. I'm drinking some coffee right now. We have a 18 and a -5. You have red money flow coming back up. Very nice to see, curling back up. It's about to cross into the green again. You take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour's already in the green. Now you're seeing the momentum waves curl in here and there, but this is just showing that we are and running into some selling resistance here and there. It pulls back, so gives you another dip buy opportunity, right? And then boom, it shoots back up. So we are clearly in an impulsive wave, but we need to make a 3 and a 4, right? We need a third wave and a fourth wave. This is very important. We need to make a wave 4 pullback and another high with bearish divergence. This is what we really need. This will confirm the first wave 1 is in, and that will in turn tell you that the next wave 2 that we get, if we get a very small one or a very big one, it doesn't really matter, but it's going to tell you that we're going to get another wave 2, right? And this is where you want to catch the dip. This is where you want to look for the longs. And we'll get to that in a bit, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Again, plenty of green money flow in the smaller time frames. Life is good. It feels good to see the stock move up very nicely. It's just good times. The good times are kind of rolling right now. When we take a look at the daily and the weekly time frame, so I'll dive into wave edge version 2 here. Nice bottoming tail, of course. Nothing really new in terms of signals. 4-day, we got that green cross at the lows here. 3-day, 2-day, and the daily time frame. This one was really when this was when I pulled the trigger, when I saw these two signals come in right at the lows. It was amazing, and so far so good. We're continuing to rally up. The 4-day time frame also pushing higher, and then the 1 hour pushing higher. But again, not really seeing any selling except for here. Just got a little bit of selling starting. And I was looking at the dark pool data. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Can I? I was just snipping it out. I can show you guys this real quick, and I don't want to talk for too long. I don't know if I could see how long I've been recording. Eight minutes, okay, because I don't want to go over the 50-minute limit. Right now, GameStop, it got a big trade come in right at the close or right in this area here. So we could see that sellers are trying to take profit, and you can even see it on wave edge. And what we're going to be looking, what I'm going to be looking for is on the wave 2 pullback. Are we going to get a big dark pool print of shares being accumulated? I always see a lot of people talk about dark pool this, dark pool that, dark pools, but I really saw like only like dark pool trades at the highs here when they were selling at the peak, and then this happened, right? I'm not seeing that much buying yet on dark pool data, but maybe they're just trying to maybe they were shorts, right? That's probably what it is. They were trying to short at the highs, and actually the price did fall from there. So let's see if they get blown up if we take out this level here at 34. But anyways, that's what I was observing here. And right now let's take a look at wave edge version 1. So just kind of wrap it up here. Version 1, We got a bunch of green crosses, right? A ton of them, and there's no real new signals here on the daily or the 2-day. I think it's only on like the 4-hour. We got that dip buy at the lows, and the 1-hour. Nothing really much, you know, popping out and catching my eye here. It's only like on the smaller time frames you're seeing that they're unloading, but they're also buying the dip on the way up, which is really nice to see. Wave Edge version 1 works really well on the smaller time frames, but yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm seeing at the moment, guys. It is bullish. The stock is bullish. We just need a third wave and a fourth wave to confirm the wave 1 is in. Of course, if we continue to erase divergence on the smaller time frames, this will continue. The wave 3 will continue to extend, and that's why, again, I stressed to people that you need to understand the bigger picture. Stop trying to bottom tick, top tick, all these things, like trying to catch them. I'm gonna wait for lower. I'm gonna wait for lower. What if you don't get lower, right? What if you don't get lower, and then it's at 30s, and you say, oh, it's gonna pull back. It's gonna pull back, and it doesn't pull back, and it does this. And I see for some reason, some people are very negative on GameStop. Like I see some people say it's going to $10, right? Okay, but this is not what the chart is saying right now. The chart is saying it is trying to bottom out ahead of its target, and that's a really bullish sign. A truncation in the charts when you're seeing buyers and investors step in and trying to front run a level, that's usually very bullish, right? Now we'll see if we do get this pullback, right? If this happens, I'm going to be going in very heavy again into this in like hopefully an inverse head and shoulders. They're going to always be wrong, right? If we don't get a pullback and we continue to surge higher, like we didn't get a pullback here. The wave 2 was a very shallow wave 2. I thought we were going to get a deeper one. It was super shallow, right? It was tiny. That's all we got. We got an RSI burn, and then that was it. And then it just took off. And it can continue like this, right? But this is what I'm expecting. Probably something like this, right? But we'll go day by day. The chart changes, I change. My analysis changes. I have to adapt as a trader. I can't just keep telling you, oh, it's bullish, bullish, bullish. But what if it becomes bearish, right? Then I have to tell you that it's bearish, right? And there's no sense in just lying to you and telling you what you want to hear. I got to tell you what the chart is saying. And the chart is saying that it's bullish right now. Okay, enjoy your weekend, guys. I'm getting to the 50-minute limit here. Peace.